Search my packs. You will find nothing. This one is innocent. Tell her, Gobani.
Not to worry, citizen. This flea-bitten scoundrel will not trouble you. Jode's chariot will see to that.
Thank the moons. As I was just explaining, that thief nearly ran us over. You chased after him. Please, tell this fine keeper of the peace what you saw. I'm still sore from the last night I spent in the stocks. This honorable and, if I may say so, very sleek guard has mistaken me for a common sugar thief. Please, help me clear up this misunderstanding. Hush, Gobani. If you don't have anything constructive to say, don't say anything. Tell the most honorable guard how you heroically drew your weapon before chasing after that mangy cur.
Surely this scoundrel is lying. I chased him here on my own 2 legs. He was only out of sight for a flick of the tail. A very good story. I don't know how a scamp like you has such good friends, Cinder-Tail. Which way did this thief go? He made off with enough moon sugar to knock over a mammoth. Of course not. And Jode's chariot does not have the authority to launch an investigation. Shan-ra will not be happy. Thank you, citizen, for your vigilance. We keep the peace here in Redfur, making it safe for traders on their way to and from Eldenroot. We spend most of our time catching thieves. Return what they stole and put them in the stocks to think about what they've done. We don't hold them for long, but they usually get the message, or become better thieves. Honestly, thieves are good for business. They keep the market fluid and stop too much wealth from accumulating in one place. Until recently, Shan-ra would rather deal with thieves than with Thalmor bureaucrats. A reputation for being easy on thieves tends to attract thieves. The newer thieves don't give back to the people. They leave town and take their stolen goods with them. That's no good for anyone. Shan-ra may have to step in. He leads the Redfur trading coster. Every merchant who passes through Redfur pays him a small stipend to conduct business here. They expect a certain amount of protection from thieves in return. Jode's chariot maintains order in his name.
Thank you for playing along. You see, Gobani? This is what true friendship is. Not standing like a drooling statue as your only friend is hauled away like so many sacks of grain. Steal. I guess that's one way of looking at it. Let's say I've circumvented the market. I found the price the merchant was charging unacceptable, so I set my own. What does the merchant have to complain about? His belly is full. If they are not fed, Gobani and her sisters become most unruly. Were it not for the hollow moon, they would have eaten me whole when I arrived in Redfur. Some call them thieves, but that's such an impolite term. The hollow moon's work is charitable by nature. They procure things for people who can't afford them, yes? Here, take this token to the ruined temple and see for yourself. Gobani and I know when we have outstayed our welcome, yes? A night in the stocks might not be as bad as losing a paw, but all the same. Hail.
Pardon my saying so, but you were obviously doing well for yourself. What brought you here? I'm surprised you had one left to hand out. Apologies, I should explain. Our agents give these to the infirm, so their need is not questioned when they petition us for aid. Cinder-Tail was very liberal with his tokens. We thought his Sench tigers would be useful to have around, guard duty and such, but between his tiger's sugar habit and his handing out Hollow Moon tokens like candy, he practically emptied out our stores. Can you lift coin from a rich man's pocket without getting your hand stuck in it? Then talk to Valir upstairs. He might have something for you.
Vadi sent you? She thinks perhaps you can do work for us. Who are you to know so little, yet offer so much? Maybe you are less interested when you hear what we do? You are familiar with the custom of property ownership, yes? I have a thing. It is mine. You take it, it is still mine, yes? Why? Because I did not give it to you. And if you are starving, and use what you took to feed your belly, is it still mine? No. Whatever you stole, food, money to buy food, silks to trade for food, it is inconsequential next to saving you from death. You think we should work for our bread, yes? But many can't work. They're injured, sick, or just too hungry. The Hollow Moon gives them what they need. Perhaps we're wrong to steal, but if the world were a more virtuous place, we wouldn't need to. Many of them appreciate what we do. Sometimes a merchant falls on hard times. His stock is poor, or the price of sugar is too high. Then he needs us too, yes? But what about you? Are you still interested in helping the Hollow Moon? Go to the market. You will find it overflowing with goods, no doubt. From the frozen heights of the northern mountains to the sweltering arbors of Somerset. Take what you can and give to those in need. When you have done this, return here. If Jode's chariot catches you, and they might, do not forget about the tag on your collar. Grip it in your teeth, and use the resulting confusion to make your escape. If you use it, find Fadi, and she will fit you for another. May your limbs be so nimble as a pike-nosed shrike, your shadow black as a desert storm.
Valir has accepted you then. Good. We need all the help we can muster. Quite the haul for your first day. You don't do anything halfway, do you? So many hungry bellies, so many outstretched hands. You won't need to look far. Of course, some are more needy than others. Sadly, there are always those who are more than ready to take from those who truly need it. Listen to their stories. Look them in the eye. If they are truly needy, it will be evident in their clothes and how they speak and where they live. They'll appreciate it too. A listening ear may not fill the belly, but it fills a need all the same.
Hey, you're one of those Hollow Moon types. What do you got for me? Whatever you got, I'll take it off your hands. Spices, furs, some of those healing plants. Gold, maybe. Splitter says he got gold once. Do you have some? If you don't, that's fine. I'm not picky. Isn't that what you do here? Hollow Moon helps people. Gives them stuff. I'm just here for mine. Hey, I'm making my way same as anyone. Living's hard. You going to give me something or not? Oh, I see. You think just because I'm not starving, I don't need anything. It's a hard world, even with a full stomach.
Take pity, yes? Khajiit has not eaten in days. My family, they starve on the roadside. Anything you can spare, please. If you have sweets, please. My little Khajiit, they mule with the hunger. Bring us sweets, father, they say to Aborapli. Could you spare any? Or money to buy them, perhaps? This one is not picky. Oh, well, where to start, eh? What do they always ask? Aduna, so small and covered in spots. I am not even sure she's mine, to be honest. What can you do, yes? And little Riha, always getting into trouble. So hungry. Take pity. Yes, of course. They are little and covered in fur. Oh, so I don't have a family. Can you blame me? How else am I to tug on your heartstrings? You don't know how hard it is for an able-bodied bachelor.
Tell me, have you seen my nose? I think it must have fallen off somewhere. I can't smell a thing. Sane as a babbling brook. What is it babbling about? I have no idea. I have been up these past 3 nights having a conversation with my stomach. You know what it says? Nothing. My stomach can't talk. I sent it away. When the bandits came, did it lift a finger? No. And when the fields burned, it burned too. Useless. So I said, "Begone, you layabout. I will find a new arm, one with industry, and it will work for its supper." All to the ground. But it's okay. They paid for their damages by taking my wife off my hands. One less mouth to feed. Food? For me? I'm grateful, but tell me, what's the one thing a man can never escape? An empty stomach. It just keeps chasing him down. You, my friend, are a murderer, and I should have you arrested. You have slain my hunger.
Hello. Very hungry. Soup smells nice. Money for Sula. Sula say, go to trade post, buy herbs, spices, come right back. Friend, when I come here, I am alone. Sula finds me, gives me food. Big storm. Ship lost under many waves. Swim for many days. Wake up, Sula is there. Cares for me. Now I care for her.
My brother sleeps now, and he is quiet. A welcome reprieve if fleeting. Soon the sheiks will return. Skooma. For 3 years he was a slave to it. I convinced him to quit, and now look. His shakes worsen. I fear he won't make it through the night. I've heard of a remedy for Skooma's sickness, but it requires skill to prepare. I'm no alchemist, and I can't afford the mixture. So I sit by his side and stroke his fur and purr reassuringly into his ear, praying he makes it through the night. I told you, I convinced him to quit. I stayed up with him when Sheogorath brought terrors in the night. I would not allow it. You have my word. Thank you. Surrender willing, the alchemist will take this in trade. You have no idea how much this means to me. Thank you. Walker, we may never be able to repay you for what you have done. But thank you. May you dance with John and Jode until the end of days.
Hail.
I can't. I haven't eaten and don't know how long. So sick. So hungry. What's this? Oh, thank you. You are too generous. Thank you for your kindness. Once I'm strong again, I'll find a way to repay you.
And what do you want? Come to stare at the fallen warrior? If you want to help, you'll put me out of my misery. Nagoth Grojothsaker struck a deal with that dog Ulthorn behind my back. Challenged me for leadership. Me, Oosh Ashblood! An honorless swine, even for a wood elf. Trying to start a war up in Malabar Tor.
He wanted the Drawblog to fight with him, but I refused. Nagoth must have gone to him after. He's going to get my entire clan killed. He lost. I had him beaten. Then he came at me like a she-wolf, slashing and tearing. His eyes, flame, his arms covered in hair. Honorless milksot beat me within an inch of my life. Took my eye. He should have finished me off. What's this? A kindness to prolong my agony? Save it for someone else. I'd rather starve. Earn back my... Yes. Yes, I can see what I have lost. I will begin the long trek back to Jotsugar. I am sure there are others who would see Nagoth dead for his cowardice. Thank you for showing me how wrong I've been. I don't need your charity, whelp. But I do appreciate it.
Spare some food for an old coin? Not much to say, really. Used to be a jack spur back before the Comoran War. Lost the use of my legs at Cormount. Fighters Guild trades me drinks for war stories. I keep telling them I need food, not drink, but they're not the brightest lot. Don't take it the wrong way, but unless you have something for me to eat, I'm not up for talking. My stories are the only thing I have for a trade. I can't just give them away to anyone who asks. Much obliged. This is far better than anything the Fighters Guild hands out. It's even fresh. Ah, the war. Stupid waste of life, that. Bosma against Bosma. I worked as a sellsword. Figured I could at least come out a little richer. I was a long-range scout with a group that went to reinforce Gelthior at Cormount. We thought he had a better claim to the throne than Eredorn in Cormount. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. The High Elves settled the matter. Once Somerset intervened, the Black Sap didn't stand a chance. The High Elves rained fire on our forces. It was like oblivion opened its maw and swallowed us all in Daedric flame. That's how I lost the use of my legs. Healers thought they'd have to cut them off completely. Lucky it didn't come to that. Nah, it was the High Elves that found me, buried under a pile of hot rock. If they hadn't dug me out and applied their salve, I probably wouldn't be alive. You can't blame them for doing what they had to win the war. Won't forget your service. Means a lot.
Shan-ra will not listen. He simply cannot afford further losses.
Damn. And Jode's chariot?
They are open to suggestions, but it may already be too late.
We need a way to win Shan-ra's favor. Tell Talira I have something in mind.
As you will.
Speak of Sheogorath, you've caused quite a stir. Merchants speak of a black wind robbing them blind. Your open hand is blessed on every street corner. If you were looking to make an impression, you have. Of course, of course. Now, I was hoping you could assist me with a rather delicate matter that has presented itself. Shan-ra, leader of the merchants here, has threatened to call in the Thalmor. This is a problem. Jode's chariot understands that we provide a valuable service. The Thalmor is unlikely to agree. We need to change Shan-ra's mind. This place was not always a trading post. It was built upon a tomb whose gauntlet of traps have kept it sealed for generations. If the stories are true, it holds untold riches. We can use them to persuade Shan-ra to leave us be. There lies the trouble, yes? The only known entrance to the tomb is within Jode's hall. The place is teeming with guards. We will need their cooperation to gain entry to the tomb. Go to Jode's Hall and speak to Tulaira. If I am right, she is no happier about Shan-ra's decision than we are. Once you are inside, you must retrieve what treasure you can and return to me here. Thank you, my friend. While many have attempted the tomb's gauntlet of traps, none have returned to tell the tale. There are many dangers ahead of you. Be careful. If Shan-ra calls in the Thalmor, that's the end of Jode's chariot. They won't be necessary any longer. Besides, Jode's chariot has always respected what we do, even if they do arrest us from time to time. Paws of Rachin tread with you, my friend.
Hello there.
Best of luck, fellow Moon. What Valir has asked of you is no simple thing.
Back of the line, Bugnose. I was here first.
Hungry. So hungry. A sweet cake would be nice. Candied mammoth tail swinging in sparkle syrup. Honey fly bisque over a comb the size of my head. Oh, I can almost taste it.
Smells good. Maybe if I wait, they share.
She's waiting.
You must be Valir's agent. When Feathers delivered her message, I was skeptical. We do not usually work so closely with one another. Still, desperate times bring out the Bondar in all of us. What is his plan? Is he mad? Why would he ask for such a thing? He knows the danger. Yes, I see. The treasure of Anabi could certainly be persuasive. It may be our only chance of keeping the Thalmor out of our affairs. I'll give you the key, but please, be careful. I don't want your death on my hands.
They've gone to see Shan-ra. If you hurry, you might catch them. You have it, yes? The treasure? A free agent. Not that it matters. Not really.
Greetings.
It's good to see you again, fellow Moon. No doubt your trial was a harrowing one.
No, Shan-ra. Come now, smile. Only good can come of such an auspicious alliance.
You are wise to say so, Shan-ra.
Such flattery. Tell me, why have you called me here?
We have a gift for you, Shan-ra, to show our appreciation and solidify our friendship. And I believe it has just arrived. My friend, if you would do the honors. Go on, my five-clawed friend. Show him the treasures you recovered from the tomb.
You made it out of a Nobby's tomb? Unbelievable! I'm beginning to think I was worried about the wrong thief earlier. Clearly, you are a person of surprising talents.
Shan-ra is honored. Tell me, what have you brought? Spices? Gemstones, perhaps? Wherever did you get this marvelous gem? Legend has it that Joan was struck by a bolt of light. For but a second, she turned from her twin, and overtaken by sadness, shed a single tear. Jode brushed it from her cheek, and it fell to the desert below. Joan's tear, such a beautiful gem. Of course not. A fanciful tale. This jewel was cut from a Varla stone by Azesas, greatest jeweler of the First Era. But it's a good story, isn't it? And will fetch a fine price. You do your friends credit. Such a prize deserves a fine reward. I thought you might have something in mind, seeing as you went through all the trouble of procuring this precious jewel. Name your price. Ah, clever and loyal. A rare combination. Very well. I prefer not to have the Thalmor looking over my shoulder anyhow. Instead, we will invest in Jode's chariot. Our coffers still need guarding, yes? As the hollow moon waxes, it is only fair that we balance the scales. We will invest significant capital in bolstering our esteemed protectors. Otherwise, we might find ourselves waiting in one of Valir's famous lines, no?
My good friend, you have done so much for us and asked so little in return. If all my agents were so skilled and selfless, we might bring our services to the world. With Shan-ra appeased, we will continue to do what we do best. While I am sure Jode's chariot will try to stop us, they will never blot us out entirely, no? Thank you, my friend. We would not be here without your help.
Balance will be restored before too long, I think. With laurels, wine, and crushed velvet lining, yes?
Could you help me out?
Greetings.
While I am glad the Thalmor have not intervened, Jode's chariot has been insufferable of late. We will need to adapt, and soon, if we are to keep up.
The Black Sap Rebellion out of Cormount and its leaders on trial. I never thought I'd see the day.
I have much to learn in your shadow, my friend. You have done more for the Hollow Moon than most could ever claim.